What's up? We're Fall Out Boy. You're watching Fuse on Demand. Get it when you want it.
Well, we all met in Boy Scouts, and then it just came on from there. He knew how to play the piano, he knew how to play guitar, and I could pretty much just use my whole body.
You can tie a good knot. That's how we became good friends. Showed me how to tie a good Windsor. We all grew up together, and we were in bands together, different bands, and same bands. Known each other for a while, and now we're in a very famous, successful rock band together. Love these guys.
That's right.
Behind the Mask is just an inspirational, good-looking, chiseled face.
I was just gonna say that.
But the mask itself, everyone came up with their own thing. Like mine, I used to wear a Del Taco bag. It's a fast food restaurant because I couldn't afford a Jason mask like these guys did. So I just popped a bag on after I had a couple delicious tacos. It was so annoying wearing that thing, so I switched to a bandana. It made it a lot easier. I designed the front. It's got like a couple of my tats on there, some of my ink. It's got LA, it's got an AK-47, you know, show people that I'm crazy.
Actually wish I had a bandana because this thing sucks. Sweating balls right now on this thing.
When we started, I just, there's tape on the ground and I had a hockey mask, and J-Dog had a hockey mask. Charlie was there, Funny was there, and we all threw them on, and these were the colors of the tape that were on J-Dog's, basically, in his kitchen, So I just grabbed that and just put it on.
The purpose of our mask isn't to hide our identities at all. It's sort of something we did and we enjoy doing still, but it's not to scare people. So that's what we get that question a lot too. They think that we're trying to be like a scary band, but we're not. We do it more for fashion, and it's more of like, I guess, a shock value thing. Like if you see a picture of 6 guys like with emo haircuts and like cool looks on their faces, like I see that all the time. But if you see like 6 guys with like weird masks, like I don't know, it gets your attention.
If you're a band, I mean, we suggest to everybody to put their music on MySpace because that's how, one way you can get heard without having to get a record label to get you out there. I mean,
MySpace was a good thing just because it gives your music to fans and people immediately, without a via. When we went to Europe, our album isn't out there. We've had no promotion. It was just solely MySpace, and we had sold-out shows. So in that way, it's really good, getting the music spread, and definitely word of mouth on MySpace. As far as like the popularity and how we got so many friends on there and plays, I think it was just because it was something new and raw, and we were pretty much just saying what people were thinking.
Just Hollywood, the place we're from, and Undead, we actually, me and J-Dog used to kind of make fun of these kids certain kids that went to clubs, the scene kids with the pale skin, makeup, and all that stuff, So we said they were undead, basically, like they were zombies because they had pale skin and makeup on.
The way the band got named is actually cool too, because they were going to name it, the band was going to be called Undead. J-Dog and Deuce made the first song, and they were going to call the band Undead, and the first song was going to be called Hollywood. So they wrote it on a blank CD and gave it to a friend, and the friend read it and said, "Oh, Hollywood Undead, that's a cool name." And it actually wasn't going to be Hollywood Undead, but after that it just sounded cool, so we stuck with that. I think if we lived or grew up anywhere else, then we wouldn't have experienced all this stuff. And in LA you have like everything, and you go through everything. There's every different kind of person and place, and I think if we were from Connecticut or something, I don't think Connecticut Undead would exist, really, or be nearly as popular.
So we're just expressing our everyday lives.
Because people think of Hollywood and they think like glitz and glamour and stuff, but really that's like in a radius of 3 blocks in Hollywood, and everywhere else besides like Hollywood and Highland is just a normal place. I mean, it's not all glitz and glamour. It's like there's drug dealers and prostitutes and meatheads. And his buddies are cruising around.
Slinging rock with dudes.
There's a little bit of everything.